Hello, Hamna. How are you feeling being on our show today?
Thank you so much for having me, Ikra. I'm feeling great.
Hamna, tell us more about She Unites GCC. Like, we want to know the whole process and what came to your mind when you started this.
Okay, so just going back 6 years back, we just started a Facebook community
Hmm.
of multicultural women that would like to network around in Bahrain only. And I could see within few months that it had a lot of potential and spark than just to be a community. So we started from there and we geared up supporting women who were entrepreneurs or who were doing local businesses or wanted to do something or were influencers. So we registered a company which works not only in Bahrain now, in different GCC country and Oman, of course. And we set up networking opportunities for them. We set up mentorship programs for them to meet like-minded people, and we give them opportunities to work within their whatever field they are working in. And also, we provide opportunities for the influencers to work with different brands. And so we see it growing more, and we would like to grow it and provide more opportunities for the female or all around GCC.
So, as we've seen, you keep communicating with women from different fields, different countries. How does that help you personally and professionally?
I think since I have started this multicultural networking company, so I think knowing from every, I would say like every country and from different countries of women to know their background and how does it work and what are the difficulties they are facing in their life. So it gives me a clear picture of how we can empower women and what are the challenges that we can overcome together.
So basically, these women come up and talk about their life, their hurdles, and how they have overcome their hurdles.
Yeah, they talk about in generally about everything about their work, about how they are managing their work, their life, and if they are a mother, so how
Hmm.
it all goes together. So how it all goes together.
Any one thing that you find common when you're talking to all of them? Like we all women have many similarities with each other. So any one thing you found that is common with every culture or every woman from different places? There's one thing which is common.
I think one thing that is common is we all think the same way. Like whether it's about being motherhood, whether it's about how we can juggle between the house and a career and
Hmm.
about starting a business. So, it's like the thinking and the process of thinking is the same. So we just need a little bit push. And for that, I think empowering other women is really important. So they know that they are worth doing something.
That is actually a great thing because when you say you have such a platform for the women in GCC, which involves the women everywhere around the world, because
Exactly.
everybody is involved in the GCC. So that is a very good thing we've seen on your profile, and we've seen you communicating. So that shows how networking has made a platform for all of us to come up and put ourselves out there, have a voice for ourselves.
Exactly. And, not just about entrepreneurs and influencers and
Hmm.
all these ladies, there are people who were looking like women who were looking job for in different GCC countries
Hmm.
and they could got, hold up on some really good opportunities just by being on our networking, community. And they have like made amazing friends, not only the GCC country they are living in, but
Hmm.
in the other GCC countries who are
Countries,
actually helping them in different ways. So
different
it's like,
ways.
you are literally connected in all over GCC. So yeah.
That's a nice thing. That's actually very inspiring, and I think even females out there who are sitting at home and who want to have a connection out there with the world can use this platform in their daily lives, right?
Exactly. And even I'm sure like everyone has a hobby for
Hmm.
sure. So if even if you wanted to start a business, there are a lot of women who want to do a lot of things. They are very talented, like they're differently talented, but they don't know how to and where to start.
Start up from, yeah.
So we can also, we also guide on that level that how you can start up, not on a very big level, of course, because we know that that doesn't work out. So on a like smaller level as well, we definitely guide them that how they can flourish that thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, even though social media is everywhere now, but
Yeah.
still, women at home don't know how to start and where to start from.
Exactly. Yeah,
That that knowledge or that information is very important.
exactly. And recently, I just want to say
Hmm.
that I made a broadcast channel on my Instagram where which is all about She Unite GCC, and I have like all the women from different GCC countries, on which I'm just giving them some personalized, I would say, tips that I did in my life. For example, if whether it's about being making a content, and someone is having an iPhone, so maybe they don't know all the
Features in
features of
iPhone.
an
Yeah.
iPhone, how to make a video, and if someone is using an Android, how to use the like how you can
How
get
to
more
use
engagement and
the social
everything.
media. Yeah.
So we're actually talking about that on my podcast channel nowadays. Even if they are an entrepreneur or newly started something, so that is, that gives a very negative feedback that you are doing something with all your heart, and all you get in the end of the day is like 4 or 5 likes, and for the startups.
Yeah, yeah, true,
So
true,
they
true.
need something to boost them, and to keep
True.
on telling them that they're doing great.
Yeah, because I think the journey in the start is very slow,
Difficult, yeah, exactly.
and it takes time to build up something for
Exactly.
yourself. It goes slow, so many people give up in the start. They feel like,
Yeah.
what is happening? I'm not getting likes, or I'm
Yeah.
not getting
Yeah.
followers, so we should stop. So that stop is a stop, like you stopping your dreams.
Exactly. I think that we become very impatient that maybe they will just grow up, they will just wake up someday and they will be like growing like
Growing
anything.
like
I think that can happen if you have the right connection and if you have right people around you and you have the guidance. So I
guidance.
just
True.
wanted to, make sure that happens over there. So just any way we could empower them and make them feel that this is a safe place.
Safe place
Yeah.
where they can come up and
Yeah.
do something for themselves,
Exactly.
right? That's a nice thing.
Thank you.
Hamna, as we know, you are a medical field student and you have switched your career into digital marketing. It's a very big and challenging decision to take in life, but how did you take this step?
Um, I think it's about your interest. Like, it doesn't really require you to study some specific field and about some, like something specific and do the same. There are a lot of people who studied something or they might leave in between and do something else. And so I would just say that whatever you like to do, you should be focusing on that. So I think for me, I like doing this, what I'm doing. So that's why I shifted, yeah.
Hamna, as you are from a medical background and you shifted your career into digital marketing, how does that work? And what was the thing in your mind that made you do this at that time?
I think it's about what you like to do, and I think it doesn't matter what you were planning to study or what did you study, or if you have studied it, you left it in between, and you do something else. Because for me, I think what I'm doing right now is what makes me happy, and I think it was for me. It's like if you like to do something, that something makes you happy. That's what you should pursue your dreams in and your profession in.
But that is really very challenging, as there's a lot of pressure. Like a person who's into medical field, they give a lot into the field, right? And there's a lot of pressure from parents or from everybody around. Like, no, oh, you're a doctor, and why are you doing this? Why are you going out of the field? So there's always been that pressure, and especially when you leave a field like that of service, where doctor is a
Yeah.
reputed thing. You leave that and you go for something like a digital marketing or social media, people just try to brainwash you. So did that happen with you anytime?
No, not at all. I think I did not had any kind of that sort of people around me. My parents were very supportive, whatever I wanted to do, and so does my husband now. So, and I don't feel like I left it, and I regret that. Why did I leave? I was, like doing all of that. I think that's not what is important. It's like, and I think whatever you are studying, the knowledge that you have, gotten, that is for yourself first of all. So it's okay if you're not implementing in your,
In your life?
in your life, and if you're not working towards that. So it just whatever makes you happy, you
Feel
should do
happy,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because end of the day, whatever you choose a path in life, you should be happy first
exactly.
yourself, satisfied, and then think about what people are
Exactly,
thinking.
because we could see a lot of people doing 9 to 5, but they're not happy in that. There are a lot
True.
of people working in the fields they would not want to.
Want to.
So, and there are a lot of people who are working, but they wanted to be an entrepreneur on the side hustle. So the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
is, it's just for me, I just want to focus on the one thing that I really like to do. So
True.
yeah.
Because I remember a lot of people, like since we're from India and Pakistan, a lot of parents have that pressure, doctor bano, engineer bano, do this, do that. They have that thing in their mind. And when I was in college, I used to see people doing CA. So one of the girl around me, she was doing CA. She was a topper, and she cleared her CA. She came out and she started her own baking page. And I was like, what is she up to? Like come on, you know you did so much to
Yeah.
become a CA. And she's like, it was not me. It was my parents who pressurized me. I always wanted to be a baker, and today she's a baker out there, and she's a successful person in her field. So I realized one thing: when you enjoy your work, you get success automatically because you're
Exactly.
enjoying.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the pressure and thing now we are in such a like we are like living in 2024. I think that a lot of parents have also understood that forcing will not take a child and nowhere. I have two kids myself, so
Hmm.
I cannot think I will force them to become something.
Definitely.
And I will guide them what is right and what is wrong. But of course, I want them to do something with all their heart.
Yeah, and this generation, you cannot force
I
them.
cannot
Like you
force them. Yeah.
cannot. they they will put a full stop to us, but you cannot.
Exactly. So you just need to have a very healthy and a very friendly relationship with them so
Hmm.
that they do understand that what you are saying it's also for their good.
Good, true.
So yeah.
Yeah, because in our generations, our parents used to be like, do this, and they used to just show
Yeah.
us
I
the
think yeah
big
because
eyes,
yeah.
and we used to follow them.
I
But
think because there was also a gap, I
hmm,
feel that there was not a friendly relationship between the parents and the child. So we usually look up to our parents and just a very respectful way, in a way that we are scared and more like that. So I think now the parenthood is like parenting has changed a lot. I think
yeah,
so. Yeah,
from what we
were
went
raised. Yeah,
through, and
exactly,
now what we are giving the kids ahead is
exactly.
totally different. And this generation needs a friendly atmosphere with
Exactly.
parents. It is a
Yeah.
must. Okay, when did you realize that your passion is going to be a profitable venture, and when did you take it as a profession?
Honestly, when I started it, I had no idea because I had no such obligation of that I wanted to like earn or something,
Hmm.
or it was not that sort of a thing. But when I see that it has a lot of potential, and with helping women around,
Hmm.
also we were getting some very good sponsorships and
Hmm.
collaborations with some very big short companies. So we realized that it could be, we could just grow it. And of course, when you grow something, you need investment in that. So that's how we started all, and then we could see that it was something which helps others as well, and it's like
It's
profitable as
yeah,
well. Yeah.
true. It's actually a very lucky thing because once you follow your passion and your passion
Hmm.
becomes profession and you're earning profit from that is a plus point.
Exactly.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
plus point.
The happiness of that is honestly because honestly here still the money
Hmm.
isn't what makes me happy. What makes me happy is like how we have created a change, and when people come up to us and they say that just because of this we are over here now and we got this opportunity.
So, did you get any messages where people were thanking you for the platform you have arranged for them, or a platform where they were sharing stories?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, we have uh, gotten a lot of messages till now since we started it, and they're like on different levels. It's like also sometimes if someone is looking for a job and they
Hmm.
find someone through our connection and
Hmm.
they help them get a job. We find someone of just a mom, trying
Hmm.
to make some friend, and then they find someone, like
Oh,
like-minded people, so they
uh,
make friends.
so even on
And
that ground, like a mom wants
yeah,
to make friends.
exactly. Yeah, she just wanted
That's
to
great.
hang out with someone, and she could not find someone
Hmm.
like, which match her
Hmm.
mindset. And she eventually gets a friend. So they're like, I found a friend through She Unite GCC.
Oh, that's great.
And there were a lot of entrepreneurs who, got like, you might have heard about these local branded stores, like, multi-brand stores.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have them in connect with people,
Yeah. Hmm.
the owners, and
Hmm.
now their stocks are in some multi-branded stores. Like their business that they were doing at home, now you can find them at stores. So
That's true.
there are different level of things that we are doing. Yeah, depend on
That's
the requirement. Yeah,
that's actually a good thing, like
yeah,
having this kind of exposure
yeah.
and using networking as a tool of
Exactly,
generating friends or making money out of it.
exactly.
It's a powerful thing actually. Hamna, as we know, you were a successful entrepreneur in Pakistan before marriage, and then you left everything out there and came here for your husband. Is that true?
Yeah, like we moved from Pakistan to Bahrain initially,
Hmm.
and But I see it as a as a positive change because I needed that break, honestly, myself, because my kids were really, really young that time. And I think I wanted that break to just be with them and just to, process because it was very overwhelming that time.
Okay, so the thought of you migrating to a different country for one person and starting all over again, life, did that not stop you, or did not that create any double thoughts in your mind?
No, not at all, because of course you need to see if, for your partner as well, that if it's for the good for both of you. And it turned out to be great because if I wouldn't have taken the chance, I wouldn't have founded Unite GCC. So
True.
yeah,
So yeah, personally, even I believe that if like no matter where we are from, it is patent everywhere that the woman has to leave and go where the man is. And somewhere even I agree to this concept, because if somebody comes up and tells me, okay, I am leaving my job, I'm leaving my country, and I'm migrating to your country to marry you, that kind of shakes me. Like, why is a man leaving his job, his stability, and coming to me? So
yeah.
that gives me a thing that, okay, no, it has to be the other way around always. Like the girl has to follow the man.
Yeah, I think it depends on what is the situation, and honestly, I think as man is the primary, bread earner for the family, so of course
Definitely.
it's a thing that it happens around in every culture. I think it's not only with us; it's about
It's
every,
everywhere. Yeah,
it's
everywhere
everywhere.
actually.
Yeah, and I see it like nothing very negative about it because we are not bounded to earn and provide for the family. The
Exactly.
man
True.
is. So yeah, we can give him a little bit leverage here.
Yeah. And it's kind of a plus point, if somebody
Yeah.
wants to come and settle
Hmm.
down with you, it's like he's leaving his stability, and that makes you think twice,
Exactly. That
that why
is,
would a person
yeah,
want to do that?
exactly. You might think that maybe he's not even stable that much because, like, for me, I wanted to have a break, so I put a pause
Hmm.
on my, my entrepreneurship, and I just wanted to stay at home for a while.
Yeah.
And then came the idea of my GCC. That's how I started. So I think
Hmm.
every break also,
Is a must.
yeah, and and you become more productive after that.
Yeah, definitely. Because we as women, we use more of our emotions and mind than the physical activities and all these things. The emotions come first, and we need to be very stable. So we need that break, that me time,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And because both of my kids, that's like
Hmm.
they have like hardly 2 years age gap, so they were toddler at that time.
Yeah,
So it was just like very overwhelming. Yeah.
to stay home, and that was personally
Yeah.
your choice,
Yeah,
right?
my choice.
There was no kind of pressure.
No. Hmm.
So with this, I'll just tell you one more thing that comes to my mind. The whole wave going on of women empowerment and women feminism, all of these things that are going on everywhere. There is a plus point and there is a negative point as well.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people are taking it personally in a good way and in a bad way. For both the genders, the males and the females. Like if you see the females who want to stay back home and be a housewife, they are not doing that because they feel, oh, you know what, if I don't work, I will not be respected. Okay, if I'm not an entrepreneur out there, or I'm not an independent individual out there, I will not be respected. But for me, if you're at home being a mother, that is like a big job you're doing already, and that has to
Exactly.
be respected. When we see the other side, the side from the male side, we realize, okay, men are with two mindsets. Half of them think, okay, if she's working or she wants to work and she wants to be something in life, good for her, and then she has to contribute in the house 50-50. Like the whole thing, I've heard a lot of this 50-50 scenario going on everywhere. 50-50 is like you provide for yourself and I'll provide for myself. And whatever the household expenses is will be divided into 50-50. So this concept, when I heard about all these things, it just came to my mind. Okay, when God is not giving us an option of dividing the pregnancy into 50-50, how are these men giving us an option of financially dividing the responsibilities 50-50?
I think honestly, it depends on. I think it's like a mutual consent of the man and the woman. with you and your partner that what you exactly want. If both are earning well, they're spending well on each other and the house, I think it's not a problem. But yeah, the woman is not like liable to do that, because of course man has this responsibility, even if we see through our religion. So the man has this responsibility of doing that. But if woman is like earning and they want to just contribute together, so I think it's not a problem in that. But I honestly don't go by these rules, like that 50-50 thing, and I think it never occurred in my marriage life that it has to be done this way.
Alhamdulillah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
But then what is your opinion when it comes to men who describe things like marriage being 50-50?
I don't see it very positively. I think it needs to be discussed. Like, I'm because now things are very open and everything. So I think if you find a guy like that, you need to discuss with him before you get married
Marriage.
that what are his expectation if you are someone who is working. And because the woman is not liable to do that, but if she does it like willingly on her on
On
her own
her will,
choice,
yeah.
so that's totally fine. That's another thing, because the men and women have different responsibilities. So I don't think it's like anywhere it's like a compulsory thing.
Yeah, I agree because we as women we're
Yeah.
bringing a lot on the table. Like we're giving
Yeah.
you kids, we're taking care of the
Yeah.
house, helping your kids grow, and all of these things
Yeah.
are our responsibility,
Exactly.
which needs lot of emotional and mental stability, right?
Exactly.
And on that, if we have a pressure of paying bills, doing the 50-50 thing, it is kind of a pressure you'll be on your mind all the time, and you cannot take life easy, which is
Yeah.
not good when you're being a mother or when you're trying to catch up with the household. So for me, it somewhere puts me down when I hear about these things where a guy wants you to contribute 50-50. It feels like okay, he is trying to put a pressure on you to run his house, which is not good. I feel, which I feel even me being independent or me taking it to the next level. Like I'm working now, I have money, I have everything. Now if somebody comes up and tells me okay, you need to pay 50-50, I will be like okay, listen, I do earn, that has nothing to do with you or your life. You as a man should be like okay, his approach should be I am the man, I will be the provider, you are my wife, I have kids, these are my responsibility. And back of his mind he should know that okay, somewhere if I fall financially, she's there to support me,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? That is how things should work according to
Exactly.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's how it should be, because a man who is capable enough will not even ask you in the first place.
Exactly
Yeah.
true. A man who knows to be a man, he will not tell you to do all these kind of things.
Exactly. Yeah.
And there are other kind of men who would be like, you know what, you grow, I will sit there and clap for you when you're growing. How would you take these kind of men?
Like growing in a sense of like career wise.
So basically, when they see a woman
Hmm.
working, they will support you, but they themselves will not do anything
No,
in
I
life.
think that's something which I don't think any woman will settle for that, especially if they are not doing anything. And I mean, they're not making any effort. So of course, I don't think any woman should settle for that.
Yeah, true. Because
Yeah.
I have heard about these things going all around that the girls should be working. It's a must. And when these girls get married, they are pressurized to work, whereas the guys have a very laid back attitude. कि भाई चल रहा है, she's getting something on the table for us, and they are very
I
relaxed.
think then they shouldn't be expecting a working woman to make gold rotis for them. But no, it doesn't work that way. I think it's just the mutual consent, and the man has to have some responsibility. Of course, as the woman carries responsibility, the man has to be.
True, I agree. Last message to our audience, especially the women out there who are watching us.
Sure. So I just want to say to all the women out there, just love do what you love, and just keep shining and never settle for less.
Yeah, true, I agree. Never settle for less. That's a very big message, actually. Hamna, so we always conclude our show with a shairi, and I would like you to read the shairi to our audience.
Sure, sure. Why not? मुश्किलों से लड़ जाना, चट्टानों को गिराने का हुनर रखती हूँ। कानून के फ़लसफ़े मैं अपना वजूद रखती हूँ। ज़िंदगी के हर मोड़ को करीब से देखा है। रास्ता मंज़िल का मिल जाए नसीब से देखा है। दुनिया की धूप छाँव में हम अपनी ही निगाहों में अपनों के चेहरे बदलते देखा।
Thank you, Amna. It was great having you on our show today.
Thank you for having me. I think it's a great initiative that you guys have started, and I wish you guys all the best.
Thank you so much.
So I had an amazing time at Unfiltered Voices, and I would like you all to like, follow, and subscribe their social media pages.